Hi, everyone. Please enjoy this free preview of Love Off the Grid. The remaining episodes will be out weekly on the $8 tier of Patreon, Supercast, and Apple subscriptions. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the show. And as usual, please be aware that we use filthy language. Welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where Amy sees a show for 5 minutes and decides we have to do it and throws down the schedule. Even though we have 85 things on the schedule, there's never enough time.
Worth it.
Worth it. I love this show. When Joe was driving Myesha around on the John Deere Zero Turn, which is the exact one Timmy has, I was like, we need to recreate this for content.
Did you feel a little coochie tingle?
Yeah. We need to drive around on his Zero Turn. He needs to usher me around the property on that.
Never mind. A couple weeks ago, I had to ask you what a zero turn was. So I had no idea.
Well, now that you see one, you know.
I know. Yeah. I do know. Yeah, this is a delight. These people are ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, I said to Todd, I'm like, I have to watch this because we're covering it. Do you want to watch? And he's like, which one is this? So I had to kind of hum a few bars. And then he's like, all these people have the same problem. It's some city person who comes out to some country bumpkin and all they want to do is live off the grid. And it's the same story over and over again versus 90 Day where they all have different problems.
Mm-hmm.
Now he was totally into it.
Yeah. This is one of the only reality shows I've gotten Timmy to watch.
Yeah, I could see Timmy totally being into this.
But I will tell you that in my house last night, there was a trade-off.
Oh, so what did you have to give up?
I had to watch his real off-the-grid guy. So he's into YouTube and van life and off-grid stuff on YouTube. Yeah. So there's this guy, the YouTube channel is called Getting Off Grid.
Okay.
And this guy just, sold everything he owned. Young kid, maybe in his late 20s. Sold everything he owned, bought 5 acres in Alaska, and is attempting to build a cabin and live off the grid.
Wow.
Even though he knows nothing about it. And he's YouTubing the entire thing because, of course, he is because he's Gen Z.
Right. Of course he is.
Yes.
Wow. That's got to be interesting.
It's interesting. It really is. I recommend it. He had me watch it, and I was like, ugh, this is going to be boring. I just thought boring. I didn't think bad. It wasn't. I was into it.
Okay.
I was into it.
Did you watch that show Alive?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
No, Alone.
No. Alone. Yes. Yeah. I only saw the one that Kim and Kyle got everybody into that was, Great Slave Lake or whatever it was called.
Oh, I didn't see that one. We used to watch that with the girls when they were little.
Okay.
And we would make bets on who was going to win.
Okay.
Like that was our family time. Watching survival shows. And we literally thought maybe we should sign Timmy up for this. Because he would do really well. Yeah, he would do really well.
The thing is, though, he'd have to gain a bunch of weight. Because I think the only way to get through this is if you go in
bulky.
You go in with some reserves already on you. So
you bring up something interesting because as we were watching Getting Off Grid last night.
Yes.
I was saying to Timmy, this guy, he's building this fort and he's getting lumber from Home Depot and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, wait a minute. So Timmy drew a hard distinction for me.
Okay.
Because I was conflating survivalism with being off the grid.
Okay.
And Timmy's like, no, those are two different things. Like, if you're off grid, it just means you're not tied into the electrical grid.
Right.
You're not tied into the system. So you're not on public water. You're not on public sewer. You're not on electricity like my house is.
Right.
So I was thinking these people had to do it themselves.
No.
He said that's homesteading. So once they build the stuff.
That's sort of what Joe and Myesha are doing.
Yes. Then you can homestead, which is you do all your own shit, whatever.
And the guy with Mother God, that's also what he's doing. Making his walls of tires.
In his earth ship.
Not
his moon palace. So I think I was calling this guy out well, he's cheating. You can't be doing it. But so
Timmy helped you understand.
Yeah. So it's essentially, and Timmy said you don't necessarily have to be in the middle of nowhere. We're kind of off grid, but we're not in the middle of nowhere.
No.
But a lot of these people choose to be in the middle of nowhere. So.
But also, almost all of them have air conditioning.
Yes. Yes.
Which would be one of my requirements.
Well, and that's the thing. If my house is technically off grid because we
Right.
don't have public water, we don't have public sewer, we don't have the electric.
Right.
Although we are grid tied in, so we need to take that final step.
Right.
I need to, I'm good here with my
Yeah.
central air and my washing machine. I'm
Oh,
good.
yeah. All
Yeah.
of those things need to I'm not washing my clothes on a rock,
No,
and I'm not sweating to death.
no, me
I
either.
I
I
posted
can't.
that meme that was very clear. Do not expect me to be pleasant if I'm hot.
That's the thing.
It's not gonna happen.
God love Timmy because his dream is to be off grid.
I
And
know.
I'm fine with that as long as it's like, it would have to be in Alaska because it has to
Yeah.
be somewhere cold.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I couldn't do it.
I love them. I'd live in a cardboard box with them on the street. But will
But
I live in that cardboard box if it doesn't have air conditioning?
maybe not.
TBD.
Yeah, but that one season of Alone was really interesting, and one of the first people to get out, he was, like, the one going in that you're like, "Oh, I think this guy's gonna be the winner."
Yeah.
Within, like, a day, he, like, twists his knee on a rock, and he's out. And then there's another guy that you're like, "Should you be here at all?" And then, like, he ran out of heart medication and had to leave or something. It was bad. I was like,
Oh.
"Ooh." I don't think you wanna be without that. It's not
I'm
like skipping your women's vitamin, which I do more often than not.
Oh, I do. I skip my vitamin all the time.
Yeah, I know.
I love this show. Thank you for indulging me.
I'm here for you, girl. Let's
I
talk about these people.
needed to talk to you about it.
Okay, let's
Okay.
do it.
All right. So this is Love Off the Grid, guys. We're gonna do 2 episodes at a clip,
Right.
unless something major happens, which I don't know what that would be. I think Arune would have something to do with it if something major happened.
At first, when she said her name was Arune, I was like, "Oh, come on, we're making up names now."
I
And
know,
then
I'm like,
she's like,
this
"I'm from
is
Lithuania," and I'm like,
right.
"Okay, that's fine then."
I said the same thing to Timmy. I'm like, that is not her Christian name.
And then
I'm
she's
like,
like, "I'm from
okay.
Lithuania." Okay, then that
And of course, she has a daughter named Gaia, of course.
of course. Of course.
So this is Love Off the Grid, Season 2, Episode 1, Moving Day, and Episode 2, Three's Company.
Come and knock on our door.
Here we go, Joe and Myesha. Now, I have never met these people. I did not see Season 1.
Right.
Amanda says they are returning favorites.
They are returning favorites.
Mhm.
Joe is a wannabe cult leader.
Okay, let's talk about Joe. This guy? People are showing up to the middle of Alabama for this guy?
This guy. First of all, I am entirely sure he smells bad.
Okay, I am not
That's
somebody.
another problem of mine. I can't do people who smell bad. It's a me thing.
I am not somebody who ever makes fun of anybody's looks.
Mm-mm.
All the things I'm about to say about Joe are things he has control over and can change in a
30
day.
seconds.
Yes.
Yes, I told Amy recently, I saw a reel of something on the internet that basically was like, unless you're going to comment about somebody's appearance or being, unless they can change it in 30 seconds, don't say it. Like, if your shoe's untied, if you have schmutz in your teeth, if
Mhm.
like you have a
Mhm.
wonky hair going nuts, all of these things quick fixable. Your
Yeah.
flies unzipped.
Yeah.
That's fine. I think you're too fat. Well, no, don't say that.
Yeah.
Because there's
don't
nothing
say
I
it.
can do about that in 30 seconds.
Well, Joe needs to shave. Can he shave in 30 seconds?
I think he can.
Okay.
Or at least take a weed whacker to that situation. Because I think that, Amy,
He just needs to be groomed.
that beard smells like pussy.
Oh! I can't believe you just said that.
Is this going on the public or Patreon feed? I don't know.
This is public. Wow.
Okay, great. Yeah, no, that beard smells like hoo-ha.
You know what? You're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong. That
You're
beard
not
smells like
wrong.
hoo-ha.
That beard looks like a pussy because it's pubish. It needs to come off. It needs to come off.
He needs beard oil. I mean, if he's going to keep this, we need a trim. We need some moisturizing, conditioning.
Mm-mm.
There are things that need to happen.
He needs Queer Eye for the Straight Guy to show up out there.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
That's what
Can
they
you imagine
need.
Carimo and Tan France showing up here?
That's what they
And
need.
Jonathan?
That's what they need out there. They need Jonathan.
JPN sashaying through this property.
That's the mashup we need.
It's Love Off the Grid meets Queer Eye. But only really for Joe.
Only for Joe. Well, yeah.
I mean, all these guys could probably use something. Actually, I think Charlie's hot, but we'll get to him.
Oh, yeah, I don't. We'll get to him.
Okay.
So I wrote, is Joe a cult leader? Because he's looking like one.
He sure wants to be.
Yeah.
He's
Joe,
looking to amass a harem on
so
his little property.
were they married last season? Was last season the season where he met Myesha and they fell in love, or was she always in the picture?
I want to say that they met and fell in love, and that there was another, excuse me, that there was another person already there. I want to say
Oh,
that, but I think they
okay.
got married last season.
Okay.
That was the big thing.
So he's loving the married life. And he says they met online and Myesha is his soulmate. We get a little bit of a flashback to season 1 when they were sleeping in a tent and she was like, fuck this. And then he actually built a homestead.
Yeah.
Now I
I
want
mean,
to say
he
something.
actually does what he says he's going to do.
I want to say something. My
Yeah.
husband built me a home.
Yes,
It
he
is
did.
hot.
It is hot.
It is hot.
Yeah.
I will never forget that time in our marriage. It was a real spicy time in our marriage.
I bet.
When my house was being built. Timmy had a lot of problems with Joe's construction. Let me just say that.
I figured.
The sheetrock, he didn't trim out the house, a whole lot of stuff. Okay. But at least he's doing it.
Right.
He has 24 acres. He has a running creek, a pond. He has lots of freedom, and it ain't home unless you can piss off your front porch. And Timmy put his stamp of approval on that because he agreed.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Has Timmy ever pissed off your front porch?
All the time. All the time.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You're lying.
No, I'm not lying. All the time.
The look
right
on your
outside
face.
my office window.
Oh my God.
When you live in the middle of nowhere.
I guess.
Yeah.
When the girls are gone and like your in-laws are gone, do you like run around naked and shit?
No, but we have been like naked out. Like we'll go skinny dipping and nobody's around.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So Myesha says she's happy that she doesn't have to shit in a bucket anymore.
I too would be happy about that. However, I would not be happy having a toilet just in the middle of my room.
Yeah, me either.
As Todd said as we're watching this, you and I are close. I'm not interested in that.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, neither am I.
So they're looking for a poly partner and they must mesh with them and help them grow the property.
Oh, good God.
Joe says this is going to be tough because even middle-class suburban families have trouble finding a third. And look at what we got going on.
He ain't wrong.
Mm-mm.
He ain't wrong. As I explained when we did couple to throuple, this is unicorn hunting what they're doing. You really can't. You can't date as a couple. It just doesn't go good.
It's tough.
It's tough.
So Myesha says she needs to watch these women because Joe is a huge dick and they could get dickmatized, Amanda.
Which is what I think happened to her.
I think she's going to be mark safe. I think everybody's going to be safe from being too dickmatized by Joe.
Well, we have to get close to that beard.
So they met Lauren online. Lauren's not going to last.
Lauren's not going to last. Also,
No.
maybe Joe in the beard situation is the reason that we've invented reverse cowgirl.
Oh, maybe.
We don't have to be in the face at all.
Myesha's like, I'm only doing reverse cowgirl.
I never look at his face while this is happening.
Myesha says Lauren looks like Farrah Fawcett.
No,
she doesn't.
She's a cute girl, but I wouldn't call her Farrah Fawcett.
Somebody, but I can't place it.
She does look like somebody, and I couldn't figure it out either.
Lauren is into Myesha, and she also loves Joe's mountain man look and says they've hung out before in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, so you've seen him? You've seen him.
Have you hugged him? What does the beard smell like? What's happening?
And before the question is even asked, am I into anybody in the show? No.
Not
into, you're right. I think there's a smell factor that I don't know.
I could get past.
The person I like is Ryan.
Okay.
But I'm not into him.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But I like him. I like him a lot. So Lauren says she's grown up in the city, but she really has always dreamed of living off the grid. She's that kind of person.
She's kind of like Emily from Maths.
Little bit. She likes garden. Okay. So here's how she says she has prepared to live off the grid.
Yeah, go.
She likes gardening. She likes growing herbs and DIY stuff. No,
I like those things too.
Mm-mm.
I could not live off the grid, and I enjoy all of those things. Well, I don't enjoy gardening, but
I like those things too. There is a difference between that and Timmy work.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And there's a difference between I like gardening and I have to grow everything I eat.
Yes. So they've invited Lauren out to try staying on the property, and she's nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Lauren comes out. She's hugging on them. Joe says she's cute as a butt and pretty as a prayer book.
Pretty as a prayer book. I'd never heard that before.
Me either. Is that a thing,
Cute.
guys? Come at us.
I don't know. I mean, cute as a button. Hell, I've been called that in my day.
You are cute as a button.
Thank
Amanda,
you.
you're pretty as a prayer book.
Okay, atheist girl. I'm not sure that's the compliment that you're intending it to be, but okay.
So Myesha's rocking some blue lashes and Lauren just loves them. I love your lashes.
I have to say, if I'm living off the grid like that, I'm not fussed about my eyelashes.
I'm not fussed about anything.
No.
I mean, I live just not in the city and I don't put on a stitch of makeup.
Right. I rarely wear makeup. You'll see me in makeup next week.
Is it next week?
Or the week after.
The week after. Yeah. So their house is decent.
Great.
I spied a KitchenAid mixer.
I know. I was like, how
nice
off the grid
upgrade.
we are. We've got an air conditioning. We've got a KitchenAid mixer.
But see, you're thinking like me.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's like survivalism homesteading.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm thinking living off the grid means no creature comforts. That's clearly not what it means.
Yes. Thank you. That's a great way to summarize it. Yes. So Timmy says the house is sided in concrete board, which is really expensive.
Okay.
And that mower they have is about $5,000.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what Joe's doing, but he's putting up some dollar bills.
He is. He's got some money somehow.
Maybe from the show from the first season. I don't know.
Maybe. What if Joe's one of those people that like comes from a super rich family and he's told them to fuck off and this is his way of telling them to fuck off?
He's a Nepo baby and he's like, fuck
Could
off.
be.
I'm going to like Robert Durst when he when he opened the what was it? Like the crystal shop in Massachusetts and he just wanted to be up there running that and they made him come back and be the
real estate magnate.
Come back and be the CEO of the Durst Corporation. Sorry. So they sit on the porch, they're watching that little guy. The sunset, and I just wrote, I can't imagine the bug situation here.
Oh, I know.
That's another thing I couldn't deal with.
Couldn't do the bugs. I will say though, the sunset and stuff, I mean, it was gorgeous.
Beautiful.
It's a gorgeous piece of property.
Yeah. They're too far from water for my taste.
I need to be near water.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to be that hot, I've got to have access to water I can play in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So Joe and Myesha are like, so where do you want to sleep tonight? And Lauren's never been in a poly relationship. And she's like, well, since this is the only second time I've met you, can I sleep on my couch? Myesha says it must be tough coming into a relationship with a married couple. And I get that. The next morning they wake up and Lauren says she didn't sleep great. The dogs were fussing around her and they need a bigger bed. And she's already starting. Like,
yeah, this is not going to.
I need a mirror in the bathroom to do my hair and makeup. Amanda?
Well, Myesha's doing something with those eyelashes, so I don't know. But I too would need a mirror.
Yeah. Lauren tells the camera, this home is not set up for a third person to move in.
No. Get the home goods, girl. Get a mirror.
If I stay here, I'm going to need my own place on the property. If I was Myesha, I would be super pissed if you moved your girlfriend up here and gave her a separate house on the property. Don't I get a separate space?
Yeah, it's called your house.
But she's got to share it with Joe.
Well, Lauren will have to share it with Joe sometimes too.
Oh, we're going to do a Cody Brown sitch.
Yeah, I think that's what we're talking about.
Okay. Lauren asked for a mirror. Like I said, Joe says, of course. So they do this outside shower and she's wearing a bathing suit.
Right.
And she's not comfortable being naked, Amanda. And he says, that's fine. We moved out here to get away from rules, so I don't want to impose any of my own.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not a great stance for a cult leader, but go on.
Lauren says at home she takes 2 showers a day. Can we talk about this?
Yeah.
Do you take 2 showers a day?
Very rarely.
Very rarely, right?
Yeah. I mean, unless I have I might take a shower in the morning and let's say I spend all day gardening or doing Timmy work like things and then I'm dirty, I take another shower.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
If there's
a reason I got dirty.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Or if I had for some reason had to do something to my hair. Because basically once my hair dries, it's done.
Yeah. Same. So Myesha tells the camera, I'm not going to lie, Lauren comes off as a little bougie. Yeah. You think?
Yeah.
We get a shot of Joe washing his dick. Myesha's like hosing it down because it is, I'm just going to call his dick Vagar because it is the biggest dragon in the realm. And he's like washing it down there with his hand. Later, Joe's driving Lauren around on a zero turn, like I told you. Timmy needs to
Yeah, you'll recreate this.
to ferry me around the property like
get the
this.
girls to video it for you.
He takes her
I
to
almost said videotape it for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then we could pop it in the VCR and watch it later.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
He takes her to the orchard. This girl has on makeup and dangly earrings.
Uh-huh.
She says Joe shared his plans for the property and it's really cool. And he's a dreamer and I'm a dreamer. You know how I am about that voice.
I wish because you could see Amy's face.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
boy.
not good. Not good.
Not good.
Joe tells her she needs to find something on the property that's hers to take care of.
Okay. That feels fair to me.
Yeah, that feels fair.
Yeah.
Now he takes her to show her an old camper that he's going to fix up for her.
Right.
And she basically moves him from, I'm going to fix this up to you.
I'm going to buy you a new one.
I'm going to buy you a new one so you can get up here and I can get my beard into between your legs. I'm going to put my B, which is beard. I'm going to put my B in the V.
In V.
All right. Where should we go to next?
Let's save Mother God for the end.
Now, which Mother God? Because we got two. We got Arune, who's older Mother God.
She's older Mother God.
And we got little Mother God.
Let's save little Mother God for the end.
Okay, let's go to Arune.
Okay.
So she is in Scotland County, Missouri.
Okay.
Which also feels hot. All those states are just hot and buggy.
I know. I feel hot looking at all these people. I don't even like seeing people look hot on television. I'm not okay.
We open on her and she's in her pond and she's like, there's snapping turtles in here. Amanda, we have snapping turtles in our pond. They will literally take your finger off.
I know.
What are you doing with your nips floating down that they could just... No.
A friend of mine's sister-in-law a long time ago got her nipple bitten off by a horse.
By a horse?
By a horse.
Jess, can this happen?
Jess, help us. Is this a possibility? Well, it is a possibility because I knew someone it happened to.
Oh, Amanda.
Was that awful?
I don't know what to say. You've done something no one has done in 47 years. I'm speechless. Wow.
Okay, let's continue on.
Okay. So Arune loves being naked, and she has a naked wall, which is pictures of herself naked, which is really interesting.
Hey, girl, if you are that into your own body, I love that for you.
She celebrates the female form, Amanda, every day.
I love that for her.
Every day. Mm-hmm. She lives off the grid and is an hour away from the closest town. She says, out here, there's no hanging out in a bar or watching TV. You have to be okay with just like watching the sunset.
Mm-hmm.
So she was born in Lithuania, and she says, now this, she skips a lot here, I feel like.
Yeah.
She tells us like 3 or 4 things about herself. She was born in Lithuania.
Mm-hmm.
She went to bed hungry most nights. When? As a kid in Lithuania?
As an adult?
Here?
Right.
She's divorced.
Okay.
And after that, she needed to go somewhere to heal her soul. And she joined a community out here. Totally joined a cult. Oh, totally joined a cult.
It was probably that freakish cult that there was the
gardening.
Garden.
Yep. She totally
was in the fucking garden.
Mm-hmm.
With that weird guy tree.
But that didn't, quote, work out. So then she found this place and she wants to share it all with someone. Now we meet, Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm tempted to call him broke down Jesus, broke down Charles Manson, but I have found a dark area here where I went.
Okay.
Do you remember what was the name of the book?
Oh, God.
It was about the guy who wandered into Alaska and then to live off on his own. And
Into the Wild. Bus. John Krakauer.
What was that kid's name?
Oh, well, he went by something Supertramp.
Christopher McCandless.
Yes. But he like something Supertramp was his like off the grid name. Yeah, I can totally see that.
If you see the last picture of him in the bus, that's this guy.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I was like, oh,
God, that was such a heartbreaking book.
Such a heartbreaking story.
Oh, God.
And when I was watching this new guy Timmy introduced me to, I'm like, oh my God, this is so dangerous. But it's really not anymore because now they have internet.
Yeah.
You know?
He can like look up and make sure he's not eating poison
Christopher
berries.
McCandless did this the right way. He just went in with nothing.
Completely unprepared.
Didn't go well.
Didn't go good.
What happened? He ate berries, right?
He ate berries and wound
They
up.
they think because he wrote it in his
Right. Yeah. And they think because he was throwing up and stuff, they think it was poison. He ate poison berries.
Yeah. Ugh.
It was awful.
That's what he looks just like him.
Yeah, I have to go look at him now. But go ahead. You talk.
You bring him up.
I will
look up his last picture. That's what you have to say. Okay. So he is 29. He's from Florida. He loves people. He loves being social, but he also loves sustainable construction. Did you find him?
As you do. I'm getting there. Hold on.
Okay. I need to pause for your reaction to him.
Oh yeah. Yep. That's exactly it.
Right?
With him against the van with his leg crossed. Yep.
Yes.
That's exactly what it looks like. Yep.
So here's the thing. Arune put out an ad. She needed a treehouse built. And when I say treehouse, this treehouse was baller.
This was like an actual house in the tree.
Yeah. So he answered the ad. He came out. They built the treehouse together. They worked well. She said they tried to stay professional, but they just couldn't. And the sex was like a freight train.
Hey, what are you going to do, man? When the sex is good, the sex is good.
He says she had such a natural beauty. He made her feel safe, she says he made her feel safe, a feeling she's never had. This girl has some drama.
She's got something happened on the way to heaven with this one.
But as the treehouse build came to an end, Amanda, quote, everything became unhinged and fell apart. I need more details there.
What happened?
So then he left, and she said he wasn't comfortable with the lifestyle. And now we go back to him in Florida, and he's like, look, I love to meet new people and do things. I'm a social butterfly, so I'm going to move into the middle of nowhere.
Right. Exactly. Makes perfect sense to me.
He tells us, oh God, that he got a tick, and it burrowed so deep, took them an hour to pull it out. So then I'm like, does he have Lyme disease? Is that why he's so
crazy? Thin and sick looking? Is that what the problem is?
And the minute this tick situation happened, he was out. And I don't blame him.
I would too.
Samuel might be the only one in this situation that has a brain. Because he's thinking the right things. So over the years, they've stayed in touch, and he misses her. He says he's the water, she's the fire. She tells us she leaves again, she'll be heartbroken. And he says, you know what? I'm a man of the 21st century. This can be hard for me.
Do you think his D is fire?
Did you see her latest?
No.
I was
was this the making of the Red Bull?
No, full confession. I was just watching Gypsy Rose before we got on.
Okay.
Now she's saying she needs a D is fire tagline like this for Ken. So what she has named him is Sunny D, because his D is so hot it's like the sun.
No. Oh, this girl is going off the fucking rails.
Again, out there not making good choices.
Nope.
So Arune had a baby, or wants to have a baby. And she said last time Samuel was out there, trigger warning, guys. Last time Samuel was out there, she did get pregnant. She miscarried. He was very upset, or she was more upset than he was. She says she was kind of more into the pregnancy than he was. But she also says, that's why he moved away, and he just couldn't deal with it. So she said now she went more off grid than she was before.
Yeah.
And it's all to protect her daughter. So we meet her daughter. Her daughter's 6. And she says, I'm sheltering my daughter from all the stuff out in the world she doesn't want to know about. Arune, turn on Welcome to Plathville and see how that goes for people.
Say, okay, Kim Plath. That'll go good.
So she says, this is the golden ticket of parenting. I think she means gold standard.
Right, yeah.
I'm setting
English isn't our first language. That's fine.
Right. I'm setting an example of freedom from electronics.
Okay.
And the daily life of a city. And when she sees kids that grew up in the city, she's sad for them. She says, my kid loves this shit. She came out here and fell in love with it. She doesn't know any better.
Right.
She was 2.
Right. Yeah, I would have loved anything at 2 as well.
She wants a baby. They go to pick him up at the airport, Amanda, and she's ovulating.
She's ovulate. You ovulate.
You ovulating? You
Yeah.
ovulating? And guess what? He's not on the plane.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. Charlie and Jenn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Basically, they're back. They're in Black Mountain, North Carolina. So they were on season 1.
Correct.
Can you tell me anything about them that you remember?
I liked them. Mary Payne interviewed Jenn. I remember that after the season.
Mm-hmm.
They were a delight. Like, I mean, it was exactly what you think. You have this mountain burly man who like wants to live in the woods like that, and she wants to get her nails done, and she wants to be able to do her hair, and she wants running water,
and she wants lip injections. Clearly,
she wants lip injections. She wants a bigger place, and she wants her kids to be okay there. That's really a big part of their challenge.
So, do you may not remember this because this is going into the weeds, but it seemed to me the impression I got was that Charlie grew up on this mountain, but then like went into the city and had normal life and then came back to it as an adult.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Correct. And they met as kids. Like they've known each other for a long, long time.
But they went their own ways.
They went their own separate ways. She got married. She had these kids. Now they've refound each other's love. And I mean, these two are legit in love with each other. I
think so too.
They are.
And
I really believe in their love.
I was even telling Timmy when we were watching like the argument about the tents and stuff. He does listen to her.
He does.
Like he's standing his ground, but eventually she's gonna win. And you kind of know it going in.
Yeah. He's head over heels for her.
There's nobody really that I hate on the show yet.
Joe and
Myesha are probably my least favorite.
I like Myesha.
But I like Charlie and Jenn. I like Arune so far. And I like Space Mountain.
Moon Palace.
Moon Palace.
So we're just going to call him from now on Moon Palace.
I don't like his choice in a mate.
No, I don't.
So
I think it could be his daughter, but we'll get there.
So she wants the boys up on the mountain with her, and she can't commit to Charlie until she has that. Okay.
And her children's names are terrible.
She has a son named Tyrion.
But
tell me you're not a Game of Thrones person.
But Amy, it's not even spelled right.
I know it's not.
It's bad.
The names are... Thank God we don't spend a lot of time on these names because I don't know.
It's not good. Yeah.
2 of her sons are in high school and 2 of them are out of high school. These sons are real weird looking. Like they're in different stages of adolescence, and
there's
look
a lot
like
of gawky teenage boy happening here.
And they will grow out of it. They're very good looking boys, but
we're in the awkward stage.
They're in awkward stages. That's what I meant. Yes.
Yeah.
Like the one kid, I'm like, oh, please don't put him on camera too much. He's gonna look back on this and be like, So we see Charlie hanging out with Jeremy, who's his double first cousin.
What is a double first cousin, Amy?
So a double first cousin is if siblings marry other siblings and they have children.
Okay.
So like if my girls married a set of twin boys.
Got it. It's like the quaternarial twins.
Yes. Their kids would be, and they would be genetically very close. Almost half siblings.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Okay. So they're double first cousins. Okay. I know it sounds a lot worse than it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll explain that to Todd when he wakes up because we were concerned.
Yeah. I only learned about this. What show was I? Oh, Man with 1,000 Kids. Remember I did all that genealogical incest research? Yeah. So
Google searches are like, what the fuck?
They talk about Jen's sons and how she's kind of a mama bear and she needs to let Charlie just take the boys to the mountain and make them men. Later, Charlie and Jenn are arguing about this. Charlie wants to put them in tents. So the whole thing here is he wants them to be in tents behind the cabin. She wants an RV up here. I'm on her side in this.
I am too.
Timmy's on his side.
Of course he is.
My argument is because Timmy and Charlie are coming at it from, well, these boys need to learn how to blah, blah, blah. Okay, but they don't know that right now.
No.
So you're not going to take these boys who've spent their life in a Florida condo probably.
Right, in suburban Florida.
And put them in, like, give them 2 months to learn about wilderness.
Right.
Then put them in tents.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I noticed there was air conditioning in the place.
Yeah.
He thinks Charlie's approach is learning the tough part right off the bat will teach them to appreciate the mountain. And Jenn wisely knows that if you scare them off in the first week, they're never coming back. So a few weeks later, we see Charlie getting ready. He's cooking some fish up. He's leaving the head on.
Yeah, in the last season, there was a big deal about her having to skin a frog. That didn't go good. And then one night they were sleeping in the cabin and there was like bears all around the cabin and she was freaking the fuck out, which I would have been too.
Yeah. Yeah. So Charlie says he's excited to have the boys up here because he has no kids and no one to pass anything to. And just if even one of them liked it, he would be very happy. So the boys are whining immediately in the car. The roads are too windy. What is all this dirt? There's too many trees. Wait, I have no signal. I'm here for this. I'm here for this because I said it to me. This would be our girls.
Oh, God. This would be my stepson. Put him in the wilderness. He wouldn't last 3 minutes.
I asked him, what would the girls do? And he said, first of all, they would insist on driving themselves.
Right.
And then they would immediately be in their cars and driving back to the city. So
that sounds right.
Jenn says she hopes the boys embrace this, and Charlie's so excited. She does bring up a really good point, something that hit home with me with having twins. She says Charlie thinks of the boys as a collective, but we have 4 very different personalities here.
Yeah.
I always say one of the biggest mistakes I made with my girls is raising them as a unit.
Yeah.
Which I did for many, many years.
Which I think most twin parents do.
Yeah, you fall into it.
Yeah.
They were the girls.
Right.
That's why when we talk Plathville and we talk about the little girls, it drives me crazy.
Right.
So we have Kieran, 22, the dreamer. Justice, 19, he's a thinker. Maddox, 17, is a social butterfly and very adaptable. And then Tyrion, who's 14 and very quiet and looks like he's always judging you. The boys are like, we live on a beach. This sucks, but we're just here trying to support my mom. I don't even think I could get my kids to do this much.
No.
What are they giving these kids? $500 Apple Store gift card.
That's what it's got to be.
Or PlayStation Store.
Maybe it's no Red Lobster. That's for damn sure.
No, they're getting PlayStation.
They're not doing this for cheddar biscuits.
They're getting PlayStation bucks.
Okay.
Is that a thing? Is it PlayStation bucks?
I don't know. But
well, you live with a 15-year-old. What does he play?
We don't have a PlayStation.
Xbox?
No, we don't have any of those. He's got a Switch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's really into the Switch.
Okay.
And then does a lot of computer gaming.
Okay. All right.
I think
he has a
PlayStation
gamer
at his mom's house, but not here.
So he's a PC gamer.
Correct.
Okay. All right. That's what I always was. I like the consoles, but get me some World of Warcraft on PC and I'm there.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay. So Charlie immediately is putting these boys to work and they tell the camera, if we need to stay here longer, I need like a solid structure around me. Shelter.
I need a house.
These kids do not want to sleep with Charlie. So this is the thing. They're setting up the tents and mom's like, I want Charlie to sleep out here with you. And they're screaming, no. But she's like, if a bear comes, they don't know what to do. And she says they didn't grow up here. And Charlie's like, look, the mountain will take care of them. The mountain, it reminds me of, it's got a little bit of a Lost vibe with the island.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he says, fine, I'll sleep out here tonight.
Cabin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So he's like, fine, I'll sleep out here tonight. We'll figure it out in the morning. Okay. Let's go to, you want to do Mother God last, you said.
Yeah.
Joe and Myesha. Notes. Okay. So let's go to, I think that's all we have left. No, we have Jenn and Jolie, who I love.
Okay.
Jenn lives in the San Luis Valley in Colorado. She communes with the moon, and the moon told her this is where she's supposed to live.
Of course it is. Yeah.
Like Amanda, what has the moon told you recently?
Take a nap. I don't know. Not a lot. The moon doesn't tell me a lot. I don't talk to the moon often.
Jenn
has the
moon
told you anything?
The moon tells me nothing.
Okay, got it.
Because I'm not up late enough to even see the moon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in.
Yeah. She grew up in a small town in Iowa. Now she's here. Jenn says, and this is something Timmy says all the time.
Uh-oh.
When the shit hits the fan, we'll be fine.
I
don't know what the shit and the fan. What is this shit?
What's going to happen? What is he anticipating happening?
I don't know. Nuclear annihilation, maybe.
But if
No.
nuclear annihilation comes, that
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
That would be no different than when I went to school in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, and we would have Limerick power plant drills where they just put us on a bus, drove us up Route 100 to Allentown. And even like 5th grade me was like, if the nuclear power plant's melting down, I don't think this is going to help us. I don't think it's going to do a lot.
I belong to this, I belong to 2 Facebook groups. One is Zillow Gone Wild, which
Oh, I love Zillow Gone Wild.
the other one is Nightmare on Zillow Street, which is amazing
Okay.
too. One of them had this beautiful cabin, waterfront. And I
Okay.
was like, oh my God, this is gorgeous. It was like an old Craftsman. You're scrolling through the pictures. It's like $150,000. I'm like, oh my God, this could be my waterfront dream.
Right.
It's on the banks of the Susquehanna, which is not waterfront, but whatever.
Okay. Still a pretty view.
Across the river, there's
It's
3 Mile
Island.
You see the stacks in the background, and everybody's commenting like,
not into that.
Okay. So she says, oh, I wrote she looks like Kathy from the cartoon.
Yes. Yes, she does.
Yeah.
That is accurate.
So she has a beautiful piece of land. You see like bison roaming, sunsetting over the mountains. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
She had a rough upbringing. She was removed at the age of 13 from her home.
Mm.
She went to a girl's home. She's never had a home since. She has 2 sons, and she wanted to make a home for them that nobody could take.
Yeah.
And only one of her sons came out to live with her. He's 14 now. I'm thinking maybe the other one's like 18 or 19.
And
Hopefully. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. She, like Timmy, knows every single nail and board of this house.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. And she has a really nice solar array.
Yep.
She says the first year they were here, they almost died, Amanda. They were in a camper. Inside the RV, it would go down to like 40 below. No,
right.
Outside it would go 40 below.
Right.
Inside, everything would be freezing. So you're looking at what, 32 degrees?
Including the walls.
The wall, and her hair froze to the wall.
I know. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And then she's like, we had a bomb cyclone. I'm like, no.
And she has her kid out there. No, not a great situation. Now we meet Jolie, who looks like Billy Idol a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah.
A little bit. I love these 2.
Oh, I love these 2 as well. They are living their best lesbian dream out on the prairie.
Show me some late and light lesbians bathing a chicken. I watch this shit all day.
Exactly. Getting whatever that was out of the chicken's butt. I'm here for it.
Jolie lives in Albuquerque. She's recently divorced. She's living her best life. She says she's becoming who she always wanted to be. She spends nights out at the club.
Mm-hmm.
The city has it all.
Lesbian club. It's such a bunch of people looking like us showing up.
She says the city has it all, but it doesn't have Jenn.
Nope. It doesn't.
They met on TikTok. When they met in person, Jenn rubbed her head, and this was a turn on for Jolie, and they kissed. And Jolie says, I love that Jenn is fiercely independent, and we have some good loving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
These 2 go to, I don't think you can say pound town. You can pound if it's 2 women.
Yeah,
There's
sure.
things you can do.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Jolie says, I'm kind of nervous. I'm going out here to a place where you spend all summer preparing for winter. And I just wrote, winter's coming.
Winter's coming. Jon Snow, get to it, because it's not going to be good.
They bathe the chicken later.
They do.
The chicken's name is Esther. She has a condition called pasty butt, and pasty butt is a buildup around their feathers, and it happens to Esther because she's especially floofy.
Mm-hmm. Same girl.
I'm here for this.
I do exceptionally floofy.
The best part is Jolie, they're putting her in, and Jolie goes, why doesn't Esther enjoy this? And Jenn goes, because she's a chicken. And I just wrote, I'm here for these lesbians bathing a chicken. Jolie says, yesterday I was in the city massaging a client. Today I'm massaging a chicken's asshole.
The things we do for love, Amy.
So that's where they stand.
I love them. How would you have felt dealing with the pasty butt? Could you have done the pasty butt?
Yeah, I could totally handle that. I said that to Timmy. Like, as long as I have gloves on.
As long as I have gloves on, I'm fine.
I can touch anything.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
If there's a smell, I might have an issue. But if there's no smell, I'm fine.
In a house with 2 children and 3 animals up until recently, I have cleaned up so much stuff. Feces, vomit, whatever. Mm-hmm. This doesn't faze me, this stuff.
Okay.
So now we meet Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
And Shayla.
Of course her name is Shayla.
Is it though?
Probably not.
It's probably like Tanya.
Right. What
So,
was Megan was Shayla's real name.
yeah. Ryan is 45 and he lives in an Earth ship. Now, here, let me read to everybody what an Earth ship is. It is a type
Not a
of
moon palace.
self-sufficient autonomous home or community of homes built into the ground using natural and recycled materials. So they mostly use used tires.
Right. Hence why
And
we've got walls of used tires.
that's why we have tons of tires. Earth ships are designed to be gentle on the planet and to withstand extreme temperatures while remaining close to 70 degrees regardless of outside weather conditions.
It's like an adobe house.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They're also passive solar structures, meaning they use as much energy and heat from the sun as possible. They're designed to produce their own water, electricity, and food, and incorporate many design principles, including materials, which are recycled, heating and cooling, which is passive heating and cooling, including thermal mass insulation, passive solar. That's about it. Water catchment from rain and snow.
Mm-hmm.
The term Earthship was coined by architect Michael Reynolds in the late 20th century to early 21st. While Earthships have been popularized for about 3 decades, some say that today it costs as much or more to build an Earthship as it does to build a commercially produced home.
Interesting. I had friends who lived in Santa Fe. They did not live in an Earthship, but they did live in an adobe-based house.
Okay.
And it was like 100 degrees out, and you'd walk in the house, no air conditioning, and it's like 70 degrees. It was
That's
lovely.
so crazy, isn't
It's
it?
lovely. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
So Ryan is 45.
Mhm.
He lives in an Earthship, like I said. He says he likes his freedom without cities.
Okay.
Because out here, you work 12 to 15 days and it's hard, but being part of this land is important to me. He does have a very soothing voice.
He does have a very soothing voice. And I feel like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I feel secure knowing.
I feel confident in his skills to do all of
if
this.
I had to pick one, I don't know. Because I feel like he's got a lot of unprocessed trauma that
there's something really wrong with this
going to
dude.
manifest in different ways, and that scares me a little bit.
But just in terms of building a structure and maintaining life out in the middle of nowhere, I feel like he can do it.
If you had to live with any of these people, who would it be? I think I would go to the mountain.
A Charlie. Yeah, it would be the mountain. First of all, there's that beautiful waterfall and place to swim. I'd be into that.
Although there's more bugs there. There's not as many bugs where Ryan is.
It's true. Yeah, I don't know.
I would be tempted to live with Ryan.
But I'd go with Charlie.
But again, I'd be nervous that something's going to happen there.
Yeah. He's a little troublesome.
So he says he was in. Now this is really, really sad. He was in the reserves for 8 years. He worked in intel and psychological operations. Then in Afghanistan, a man took his place on a mission. That vehicle hit an IED, which in my notes I accidentally wrote IUD.
Very different.
And they all died. And he says he came back with that guilt and it was hard to integrate back into life. Everything felt hollow.
I bet.
That's a very common. So when I was teaching at the university, I used to have a friend who was in Vietnam, right?
Okay.
And I used to bring him in every year because I used to do the 60s in my class. So I'd bring him in every year to talk to my students about being a returning veteran and what that was like. And that is a phrase he used to use. Everything felt hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really...
That is interesting.
And you can imagine that.
Yeah.
Like...
I mean, that's a big old there, but for the grace of God. Like...
Yeah.
One, what would have felt like a small different decision.
Yeah. So when he came to this community, he knew he felt at home. They have 1.5 million natural forest acres around them, and the Rio Grande is only 4 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to swim in the Rio Grande, right?
No, I don't
Isn't that the most polluted river, like, in the country?
No, maybe. No, I can't be. But
here we go. Let's Google it. Most polluted river in the United States.
Polluted river, not Rover.
No, not Rover.
U.S. Most polluted river in the U.S. The Ohio River is considered one of the most polluted in the United States.
Oh.
Okay. And also among the 25 most polluted in the world.
Ooh. Ohio,
most
what are you
rivers
doing?
in the U.S. Top 10 or top 15. Let's see.
Okay, give us top like 5 or 6.
Number 1, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Calcasieu. It's in Louisiana.
Okay.
Mississippi River.
Oh.
The Savannah River.
Oh, yeah.
Tennessee River,
Mm.
Harpath River.
Mm.
I've never heard of that. Where the hell is that? Doesn't say where it is. Okay. Oh, wait. Nope, doesn't say where it is. The Holston River, the Cayuga River, or Cuyahoga,
Okay.
the Willamette River, that's Portland, and the New River, which is in Appalachia. There you go.
Okay. So I just Googled, is the Rio Grande polluted? And
I'm
according
going to go
to
based on your face. The answer is yes.
KRQE, they tell you to avoid prolonged exposure to the river, avoid immersing your head in it, and avoid swimming where you could see discharge pipes.
Okay.
We just don't have a lot of clean water in this country.
No, we don't.
No,
No, we don't.
that's a problem. Okay.
That's a whole other conversation.
So he says, again, the bomb cyclone almost took him out. He is
Right.
in, oh, I told you, he's in Carson, New Mexico. The bomb cyclone almost took him out last winter, but he says he loves solitude, but he misses people and he misses the touch of a woman.
Bum, bum, bum.
Introducing Shayla.
Shayla, otherwise known as wannabe Mother God.
Mother God. So Shayla is 24. She lives in Santa Fe. She's a professional metaphysical practitioner.
Sure.
Okay. She deals in tarot, studying of the stars, or as some people call it, astrology.
Right. Okay.
Metaphysical coaching.
Right.
I just wrote she's Mother God.
She's Mother God. Where is the silver? Where's the colloided
I forgot about that.
silver? When is she turning into a Smurf? This is what I need to know.
So she met Ryan online and she says they met for coffee and he was hot. And I get that. He's a very
handsome
good looking guy.
Yeah.
He says she was half my age when I met her, but she has this. Let me do his voice.
Okay.
She was half my age when I met her, but she has this maturity about her. Like that's how he talks. He's so
thoughtful,
intentional in his speech.
Yes.
Yeah. So she has this maturity about her, Amanda.
AKA he just wanted to fuck her real bad. Yeah. Real bad.
And I was like, wow, I feel what she feels and she feels what I feel. How high are these people?
Real high. Really high.
She says, I can melt into him and it's like we're one person.
Mm.
So after 9, again, we're missing a key verb noun in this sentence. After dating 9 months, they climbed a mountain. Okay.
Okay.
And what happened on the mountain? Did you bargain with Jesus for the soul of your little brother, a la Laura Ingalls? What'd you do on the mountain? He says he then invited her to come out and live here. Now we see her; she's crashing at a friend's house.
I want to go crash at this house. This house looks awesome.
This house is beautiful. It has a heated pool. It has a spa, like indoor spa or something. Not like Sean and Sarah on Love After Lockup, where the inflatable hot tub is in the living room.
It wasn't. It was. Yeah, it was Sean and Sarah. Sorry.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
How dare you question me?
No, in my brain, I was going back to Destiny, so that's why.
I always get everything wrong. So you were right to question. So she says she can melt into him. Her friends are an older man and a very young girl who are nudists, apparently.
Sure, why not?
Mm-hmm. She says, she goes, I'm going to miss this place. And I'm worried. Am I going to be putting my energy into like Timmy work? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No more metaphysical, whatever mumbo jumbo you doing. You're doing work, girl. Physical labor all day, every day.
Yeah. He is not leaving this place. So she has to come out there.
Yep.
Now, one of the most annoying things about my husband is it's annoying and helpful, is his immense knowledge about cars.
Right.
So if you're watching a show with him, he is just spotting all these cars. So he was saying to me, when this guy's doing his confessionals, her car was parked in the driveway the entire time I saw it. Because it's missing a bumper.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
So Timmy says her car's missing a bumper. It's been in the driveway the entire time.
Okay.
We meet Richard, another off-grid resident.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan admits to Richard that Mother God is real nervous. She's nervous coming up here.
I would be too.
She pulls up in her hair and makeup and her air-conditioned car, and She says, I have to try this. Like, why not? She gets out of the car and they make out.
They are in.
It's like blah, 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 like real making out.
Yeah. This is almost like the licking of tongues that we saw recently happen.
There's a camper here, and he made her a little welcome home sign.
Aw.
That's where we leave them. Amanda, I love this show.
Well, good.
I'm glad
we're here.
I love it. I love it. I love it, guys. Let us know what you think. Hopefully now that we've established,
we can get
now
into
I
it.
need the drama.
Yeah. Oh, there'll be drama, I'm sure.
I need Myesha and Lauren to maybe get into a fist fight. I need Joe running around on that zero turn.
Right. Looking like a cult leader.
I need Ryan and Mother God. I don't know, praying to some crystals. It's
drinking some
good.
silver, whatever it is.
I need to see in his house.
Yeah, I need to see what the inside of this Earth ship. I'm gonna keep wanting to call it a moon palace. Thank you very much. I need to see what's inside his moon palace. That sounds really dirty.
So you know how Timmy has to reel me in a lot of things.
Sure,
this is an area where I have to reel him in because left up to him, we would be moving into an Earth ship.
I understand,
and I have to be like,
nope,
come back. Come back
to this beautiful house you built for us.
Come back
That's
to this
mostly off the grid
house, right?
Yes.
Yeah, where I have
mostly self-sustaining.
Yes, absolutely.
And I have internet and air conditioning, so I'm not living without those things.
And a washing machine,
washing machine, and running water.
Again, I like to hang my clothes out, so I'm okay without dryer.
I could not do without a washing machine.
No. I'm not doing Carolyn Ingalls.
No, I'm not washing my clothes
in
the stream on the rocks.
We just told everyone how fucking polluted all the water is.
Right. No, I'm not washing my clothes in there.
No. I'm not washing my clothes in my pond here with snapping turtles.
No, because they'll cut off your finger or your nipple.
Yes. I don't want either to go.
No. I feel like I'm a much better person with all of my fingers and both of my nipples.
Agreed.
Life is just better that way.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. Amanda, thank you for indulging me in this.
I got you, girl.
Now we need, what we need in response to this? Like an Amanda Strikes Back where you make me watch something.
I'll have to come up with something.
Because I am really making you watch this.
I was going to watch it anyway.
Oh, you were?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was going to watch it anyway.
I thought I was forcing you. I felt bad.
No, I love the first season. I was absolutely going to watch it. And they just dropped this on us. Like no one knew this was coming.
No. And they dropped all the episodes.
Right. Boom.
Yeah. I would like it to be known on record that I went 57 minutes without mentioning a certain movie that I can't talk about anymore.
Holy shit, Mark. Okay, we're on day one.
Day one.
Let's see how far it goes.
Day one.
See if we have to reset. Days since Greece was mentioned back to 0 at any given moment. We'll have a little sign available at all times.
Can I help it if it's applicable in every situation?
I like that people appreciated the disgust with which I was like, Amy.
This is an Amanda appreciation statement here.
Thank
Amanda, you have put up with a lot of nonsense. Oh wait, hold on.
Oh boy. Oh God, I'm getting a song.
I can take this off. Hold on.
Don't need the capo for this.
Nope.
Okay.
I met a girl. Her name was Amanda. She puts up with my bullshit, and I love her so much. That's it. It doesn't turn ugly.
Doesn't even go ugly. I'm impressed.
No. That's it.
Wow. I thought you were going to make fun of my hatred of cheese. I don't know. I thought something was coming out.
No. That's just the Amanda appreciation song.
Oh, very lovely today. Thank you.
Yes.
My t-shirt even says more love on it.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's meant to
All right, guys. Enjoy your day.
Yes.
Sign up for, you know what? Let us keep doing this by promoting the show or by supporting the show. And you could do that in several ways. Let me tell you how. Number one, you could join Patreon, Supercast, or Apple subscriptions. That helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you can't do that, you can leave us a 5-star review, or you could just share the show. Yeah. Just
share
be like, hey,
Instagram,
hey guys, you have to hear these weirdos. Bink.
Amy is putting out all these reels. Share them with friends.
Yes. First of all. Yeah. Kristen is the real master here.
I understand, Kristen.
So when
Stuff Kristen makes is amazing.
When you see the reels on my page and you're like, wow, that's great. That's Kristen's. When you're like, what is happening here? That's mine.
Amy.
Okay. All right.
Got it.
Okay. So we appreciate you guys, and join Backdoor Friends, and we'll hang out there.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Amanda.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.